Are you sick and tired of gambling your hard-earned money on Madden packs? Well, look no further than my sponsor, MMOEXP, for the cheapest and the most reliable mug coins on the market. And don't forget to use code FERDY at checkout for 5% off. The link for their website will be right at the top of the description. It is officially Madden season, and in honor of that, I want to give back to the community. So we're doing a little giveaway. 3 $25 gift cards to 3 lucky winners, and all you have to do is be subscribed to me on YouTube, follow me on Instagram, and then DM me proof of you doing those things over on Twitter. It really is that easy. Links for all my socials are always down in the description. It doesn't matter if you're Xbox or PlayStation or even PC. Anyone can enter, anyone can join, and the giveaway will end on 8/27, a week after the official launch of Madden 22. What's going on, guys? Today we have our first episode of Madden 22 versus Madden 21. So if you are new here, basically what this series is I'm going to be comparing the best Madden 22 team today to the best Madden 21 team a year ago today. So it's a pretty cool series. I actually got it from a 2K YouTuber named DBG. I'm sure you guys know who he is if you do play 2K My Team. That's kind of where this idea came from. It's a really cool series idea. But yeah, we're going to kind of be updating this series regularly as the year goes on. But if you are new here, hit that subscribe button. We are on the road to 30,000 subscribers. So the subscribe button for notifications. We post daily Madden 22 content. And also leave a link for my Twitch channel down in the description. We are live almost every single night over on Twitch. And the shout out for today's video goes to my man, Jack Attack. Shout out to Jack Attacks for counting the emoji on last video. Okay, so before we get started, there are a few things that I want to say. The first one being, on either team, there's not going to be team captains or level masters. So 22 is not going to get Hester or Cam Chancellor or Allworth or guys like that. I kind of let those guys off the list because, yeah, they probably, a lot of them would be on there, and you only can have one of those guys per team. So I didn't want to try to just choose one, but like I did no Hester, no Kittle, no Linval Joseph. So yeah, that's kind of what I did on this list. If you don't see those guys on today's list, that's why, or on today's team. That's why I just didn't put them on here. And the second thing is, I couldn't exactly get the date right when building the Madden 21 team. So I just did the best Madden 21 team after the first legend drop. And it is pretty similar as far as content goes, besides the fact that Madden 21 had a Team Diamond promo already. So yes, that does kind of give Madden 21 an advantage off rip. But I do think that Madden 22 will get their promo real soon. So if you are watching this video after Madden 22 got their Team Diamond promo, just know they weren't out yet. I'll say that right now because that could come out maybe any day now. Maybe it'll come out in 2 weeks. Maybe it'll come out in 3 weeks. Who really knows? But I do feel like that promo is coming real soon. And the last thing I want to say is at the end of the video, make sure you guys comment which team you guys would pick. So while you're watching the video, kind of keep it in the back of your head. Do you like the 22 team more? Do you like the Madden 21 team more? But let's just get started. We're going to start with the Madden 22 team defense, and then we're going to go over to the Madden 21 team defense and then compare them. So let's kind of get through this pretty quick. The first guy we got is Nick Bosa, the 90 finesse move. I think he's the best right end in the game right now. I have faced Aaron Donald, but as far as a pass rusher, I think that Nick Bosa is far superior as far as speed, acceleration, and finesse moves. This one could be debated, of course. This is my opinion. I'm going to go with Nick Bosa here. At left end, we have the legend Michael Strahan, for obvious reasons. He's simply the best. And then we have a left outside linebacker, Von Miller, edge threat, an absolute monster off the edges, but this one's actually no surprise at all. Next up, we have our middle linebacker, Micah Parsons. We all know why. Crazy speed at middle linebacker, can tackle, very, very, very athletic card, can jump, he's a good size, can hit. And Micah Parsons is very ideal. Not many people actually have this card because RPs are very expensive and you only kind of got a very limited choice with them, so you couldn't pick every single one you wanted unless you did all the RPs last year. So Micah Parsons is our middle linebacker, but yeah, like I said, not many guys have actually really used this card yet, but I've heard really good things about him. Next up, we have our right outside linebacker, Demarcus Ware. I actually have him on my team. He's been balling for me recently, and yeah, Demarcus Ware is the real deal. He's just a huge card, big shoulder pads. He gets off the edge, just has glitchy speeds, and also has 75 zone, which at this point of the year is pretty decent. Like, I believe my Jalen Smith had that, and he was considered a pass coverage right outside linebacker, but Demarcus Ware is 25 times that player because not only does he have the same zone as Jalen Smith, he also can rush the passer way, like, much better. So next up, we got our cornerback number 3, and all the cornerbacks, in my opinion, I guess could be debated. This is my top 3 corners in the game right now, but at cornerback number 3, we have JC Horn. This easily could have been JC Jackson. I mean, it can really go either way. I like JC Horn just a little bit more, though. It is close, though. But yeah, give me JC Horn here. At cornerback number 1, we have none other than the legend Darrelle Revis, for obvious reasons. The card's a demon, can play man, good speed, stuff like that, animates really well. So Revis at number 1. And at number 2, we have Marlon Humphrey. This one could be debated as well. I mean, it could be Ramsey, it could be Alexander, it could be anyone who you think it is, but I'm going with Marlon Humphrey. So our cornerback core for Madden 22 is Darrelle Revis, JC Horn, and Marlon Humphrey. If we head up here, I believe we have our free safety next, and that's Trevon Moehrig. No surprise here, he's simply the best. Now we have our strong safety, no surprise here either, Ed Reed, and it's not even close. And then our final guy is our defensive tackle. This one could be debated as well. I went with the 86 Quentin Williams. Is there bias? Probably, but as far as a guy who can stop the run, has good speed, and can rush the passer, give me Quentin Williams. The card plays really, really well for me. So here's our Madden 22 best defense right now, in my opinion. Let's head over to the Madden 21 defense. Okay, so like I said, Madden 21 already had Team Diamond, so kind of keep that in mind that there's going to be a lot of Team Diamonds on here. And our first guy is a Team Diamond, 89 Justin Smith. Our next guy, also a Team Diamond, 87 Robert Porcher. And also, keep in mind, all these cards could turn into 90 overalls when powered up. Did I consider that? Sort of. But yeah, all these cards powered up could get to 90 overall, which is crazy no matter what overall they were. If it was Porcher or if it was an 86 overall card, he could still get to a 90 overall fully powered up, which is pretty cool. Hopefully they kind of run that back this year too with Team Diamonds. I really enjoy that. But at defensive tackle, we have Amboy Okoye. This one could be debated too, but like I said, a 90 overall defensive tackle that played really, really well. Honestly, I had a Glover at this point, so I actually didn't use Okoye, but those who did, I actually remember hearing some very good things about this card. And next up, we have our left outside linebacker, Elvis Dumerville. This card was, I believe he got edge threat too. So Elvis Dumerville, edge threat, 90 overall when powered up. The card was an absolute monster. Kind of like Von Miller, and they're kind of similar because Von Miller was also a Bronco, and we kind of have two dominant Bronco edge rushers to start the year in both Madden 22 and Madden 21. So next up, we have our middle linebacker, London Fletcher. Again, this one could be debated. I wasn't really sure who to put here. I was kind of confused who to put here. I didn't know. There wasn't many good middle linebackers in Madden 21 at the start. I do remember that. And also, middle linebackers didn't play that well in Madden 21 to start either. Everyone just ran sub linebackers. Everyone kind of ran, our safety that's going to be on today's list at sub linebacker to start the year on the God Squads. And our next guy up is our right outside linebacker, Adalius Thomas. Very similar to Elvis Dumerville because they're both really good edge pass rushers. And if you had them both, you were most likely causing havoc out there. So now we have our Madden 21 cornerback core. And so far, they are all Team Diamonds. And that will continue here with Dre Bly, Asante Samuel, and Troy Vince. And if you had these three guys, you were sitting very pretty to start the year Madden 21. Dre Bly was my personal favorite. That's why he's at number 1, because Dre Bly and his gameplay and also his time on the team, the card absolutely balled out for me and everyone who had him. The card got one step, and if you remember how overpowered one step ahead was to start the year Madden 21, it was absolutely broken how good that ability was, and Dre Bly, of course, got it. That card was an absolute monster for me, man. I don't think he got another upgrade to end the year. Maybe he got a power-up expansion, maybe. I wasn't really playing the game at that point, so I actually don't remember. But Dre Bly, I was kind of upset that he didn't get another upgrade just because of how good he was to start the year. But yeah, at our safeties now, at strong safety, we have the rookie champion, what it's called in Madden 22, or the rookie master, whatever it was called in Madden 21, Isaiah Simmons. For obvious reasons, this card was going for $500K. His set was way more expensive than the Devonta Smith set in Madden 22. For obvious reasons, this card was way before his time, and honestly stayed on teams until probably people got his Ghost of Christmas Future card, which is kind of crazy to me still. And if we scroll up here, our final guy here on the defense is going to be Steve Atwater, legend. So yes, we did have legends at this point. There was like Seymour and guys like that, but I would still probably take Porcher. Porcher had really high finesse moves. Justin Smith very good against the run and stuff like that. But Atwater, the only legend that actually made it from that first legend drop from Madden 21, which is kind of interesting. So here is the Madden 21 defense, and here is our Madden 22 defense. Let me know what you guys think down below. Which defense was better? Me personally, I think it's close. I do think it's close, but I'm going to go with the Madden 22 team. It might just be kind of recency bias, but honestly, I think we didn't have a card as good as Ed Reed. I mean, maybe you could debate Isaiah Simmons, but Ed Reed's a monster. Just the card can do everything. So having two really elite pass rushers, I would definitely take Demarcus Lawrence and Von Miller over Dumerville and Adalius Thomas. And as far as the corners go, I guess you could debate that, but yeah, the corners in Madden 22 are just better as far as speed goes, and also you have the Marlon Humphrey with abilities pre-baked. Moehrig is definitely better than Atwater. He almost has, I think, 5 speed better. So for me, I'm gonna go with the Madden 22 defense, and I think it's pretty easy for me actually. I feel like cards to start this year I feel like cards to start years just keep getting better, which is very concerning because I feel like the game kind of dies faster because we kind of just start getting the same cards over and over and over again, unless EA decides to go over 100 stats, which would be really, really cool this year. I could definitely see it happening, especially because we're getting so many so many really fast cards to start the year so fast, because we already have this defense, and a lot of these guys have 90 plus speed in the secondary and at cornerback, which is kind of crazy to me. But yeah, I'm going with the Madden 22 defense here. Okay, so on offense, we're going to switch it up and start with the Madden 21 team. And at running back, we have obviously Derrick Henry. This card was a big body, could air truck, and obviously could go and just play crazy. Also, there was Jerome Bettis as well, which I guess you could debate. I'm going to go with Derrick Henry here, though. And at quarterback, I had this card for a little bit, and it's the 89 Lamar Jackson. But then I switched, and I felt 90 overall Dan Marino. And when I felt Dan Marino playing 21, I felt broken. I really did, especially struggling against the one-step meta and stuff like that. Having a guy like Dan Marino, it just felt so good to have that set feet. And if you're playing 22 right now, you know how overpowered set feet is. It was kind of the same thing in 21. So I wasn't surprised when set feet was broken in 22. But I'm pretty sure Marino had set feet, and also I think Rich Gannon had it. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure Gannon also had set feet, which I don't think many people actually use Gannon to start the year 21 for some reason, but he was kind of underrated for some reason. But yeah, Dan Marino, absolute monster, set feet, money release, definitely got the job done for me. I remember throwing, corner routes and just dotting defenses all day. It felt really good because I was still running corner routes for Madden 20, obviously, because I was still fresh on this game. I was still learning, and yeah, I was still throwing those corners with Dan Marino, man, and doing it at a very high rate. So next up, we have our fullback, and please keep in mind that budget was not an option when building these teams. So if there was a budget, I'd probably go with CJ Ham. Because there's not, it's going to be Max Strong at fullback. Next up, we have our wide receiver 3, and it's Mark Clayton. So this card could be powered up to a 90 overall, and if you remember, Mark Clayton hit that deep routing threshold, and having that deep routing threshold to start the year Madden 21 was so valuable. That's why guys like also our wide receiver 1, Tyree Kill, were also really valued, because if you had both those guys, they had to watch both sides of the field, because you could kill their man coverage when they were running one step with that 90 deep routing threshold. The reason why one step was so good to start the year in Madden 21 is because the way the thresholds work, I feel like in Madden 22 you can't really tell as much with the routing thresholds, but in 21 you can really tell between 89 deep routing and 90 deep routing. So a guy like Mark Clayton and Tyree Kill, they were both super dominant as far as deep threat goes. For our wide receiver 3, I was kind of between a lot of guys, like Drew Bennett, I believe his name is, I'm pretty sure. And Jerry Rice is the guy I picked because Jerry Rice got route tech. Jerry Rice cards always play really well and play well above their overalls. And I remember this card being really good. So I chose Jerry Rice for here. And by the way, look at how much better the Madden 22 card art is than the Madden 21. It's actually kind of crazy how EA's getting better as the years go on with card art, and also as the year goes on itself. So yeah, kind of look at these legend card arts for the first drop, and then compare them to the first legend drop for Madden 22 whenever we get to those guys. So yeah, it's kind of crazy. Okay, so next up is easily my favorite card on this team, and that is the 89 overall Jermichael Finley. I'm telling you right now, having that tight end apprentice to start the year is so nasty. And right now in Madden 22, we don't have tight end apprentice yet. So I cannot wait for our first tight end apprentice tight end in Madden 22. But Jermichael Finley in 21, if you compare that, I mean, you pair that cross route that Jermichael Finley could run with Dan Marino, also the corner route he could run. This card was so hard to stop, and like I said, there weren't many good linebackers in 21, so this card was an absolute problem. He was a monster, like definitely the best card on here, and I don't think it's that close. If you had Jermichael Finley, you know that he was just like 6'5", just the card was dumb good. Like I don't even understand how to describe it. So Jermichael Finley at tight end, this one's not even close for me. And for our offensive line, we'll kind of go through this real quick. We have Jari Evans, we have Phil Lodeholt, we got at center Travis Frederick, basically all team diamonds. We have Joe Thomas legend right there. And for our last guy here on the 21 offense, we have David Deal. And keep in mind, like I've been saying the whole time, all these guys could be powered up to 90 overalls. So a very good offensive line right here, all 90s to start the year for 21. Jermichael Finley as well. And the receivers, 2 deep routing threshold guys with good speed, Jerry Rice. You know, a pretty good offense here. Let's head over to Madden 22. Okay, and to get us started for Madden 22, we have our quarterback, Johnny Unitas. Again, this one could be debated, but I do feel like you kind of had to put Johnny over Josh Allen and Trevor Lawrence just because of his better accuracy stats, better speed, and releases don't matter that much to start the year, but I've seen some Johnny Unitas gameplay. The card looks really good. There's nothing really wrong with the card. So, yeah, Unitas right now, in my opinion, the best QB in the game. And once again, look at these card arts. These card arts are so nice. The colors, like kind of that deep blue, the glow on these cards. And I'm sure we'll look back whenever we're making the Madden 22 video versus the Madden 23 video and kind of clown this card art. But I like it. I like it right now. For what I have seen before, this is definitely nice. And at running back, we have, of course, LT, Ladainian Tomlinson. I mean, this one's kind of obvious. We all know why. High COD, good speed. The card's just an all-around monster. And for Madden 22, our man makes it. 84 CJ Ham, in my opinion, right now, the best fullback in the game. Hoping for an Okoye this year, maybe, or maybe another Franco Harris card like we had in 21. But, man, I mean, sorry, Madden 20, we had Franco and Okoye. The years are kind of flying by for me. But, yeah, CJ Ham is definitely the best fullback in this game right now. Will he get overshadowed? Maybe soon. Maybe we have a legend fullback weekend. Who really knows? And now we have our wide receivers. At wide receiver number 2, we have Tyree Kill. He was on 21 and now 22, mainly because every year EA lets Tyree Kill hit that deep routing threshold. And this Tyree Kill card, really nasty underneath, good short route running, and obviously very good speed because it's Tyree Kill out there. And at, I believe this is wide receiver number 3, we have 91 speed Jamar Chase. Again, we know why Jamar Chase is here. And for our last guy, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna have Brandon Marshall. So yeah, B Marsh, I think he's the best card in the game right now in Madden 22 in general. Card is 6'5", 89 speed powered up. Can run mid, short, and deep routes. Hits 2 thresholds. Nasty after the catch. And in a game right now where cornerbacks can't tackle because all the fast corners are very weak and they can't tackle, Brandon Marshall will thrive. I'm telling you right now, this card is a problem to face, and this receiving core is going to be hard to beat, man. You have Brandon Marshall, you have Jamar Chase, 91 speed, and also the 90 speed Tyree Kill and powered up. This offense is, I mean, yeah, this offense so far is already scary. I mean, we only really have the offensive line and tight ends left, but man, this team's going to be hard to beat. Okay, so next up, we have our tight ends, and this one right here should be no surprise. And honestly, even when we do get our first tight end apprentice of Madden 22, I still think Kyle Pitts will stay here because this Kyle Pitts card burns my high speed corners consistently. Yes, it's just because defense in Madden 22 isn't nearly as good as it really should be, in my opinion. But yeah, Kyle Pitts, 88 speed at tight end, 6'6", good after the catch, can run routes. Kyle Pitts just plays different, also does get, matchup nightmare, which helps him out a little bit. So Kyle Pitts, definitely the best tight end in Madden 22 right now. And as far as offensive linemen, at left guard we have AVT, and then right here we have David Bakhtiari, and at center we have Bruce Matthews. Right guard, we have Zach Martin, and at right tackle, we have Tristan Wirfs. So there's our Madden 22 team. And yeah, which offense is better, man? This one's tough. It really is tough. But I think, again, I'm going to have to go with Madden 22. I feel like every year, I mean, it might just be recency bias, like I said earlier, but I feel like every year we just get better cards to start years. I don't know why. I'm sure if I did this series to start Madden 21, I would have said the same thing about the Madden 21 team, that they were just better. But yeah, there's no card like Brandon Marshall on here that can do everything, and he's 6'5". LT, I mean, I guess you could debate LT maybe. I don't know. I mean, I'm definitely going to go with LT over Derrick Henry, though. And at quarterback, give me Unitas over Marino because, yeah, Unitas gets Seffi and is faster. At fullback, maybe give me Max Strong. Tight end, I think tight end I'm going to go with Finley. But the receiving core in 22 is just better than the 22. The receiving core in 22 is better than the 21 one, and I don't think that one's close. So I guess for me, Madden 22 won. But yeah, let me know what you guys think down below. I mean, it could be debated, of course, but yeah, I'm going to go with the Madden 22 team today. This hopefully does change throughout the year because we all know, I mean, I love Madden 21's content. I'm sure that 22 will kind of one-up it, but we're going to have to see. I'm going with 22 today. If you are new here, though, hit that subscribe button, turn notifications. We post daily Madden 22 content. If you are still watching, let's comment the shrimp emoji for a chance to be shouted out in the next video. And as always, I'll see you boys in the next one.